Going up against Kanoa Igarashi. These deep stats may shock you. Kanoa has the GOAT. 3-0, and he's starting strong. Beautiful backdoor, quick takeoff.
Really good version of trade winds today. So we're talking about mint conditions. And this is a nice start for Kanoa, but it's a really short barrel.
Every wave that Kelly's ridden so far has been huge.
And turning and burning, Chris. I mean, he wasn't out there for more than 2 seconds, turned around and caught this wave. Literally just got back in the lineup. So the consistency today is crazy. It is nonstop.
And Kelly Slater having a look, goes backdoor, sets it up perfectly, rides through. Kind of feeling for a surf event, but today fans are out in full force and Kelly Slater's giving them their money's worth and more.
Frothy wave for Kelly, but I was actually really interested to see how his board would behave on this right, because it had all the white water on the bottom turn and it had a couple bumps in it. Kelly's riding 4 fins, you know, he's got a quad out there, and sometimes quads, when you pivot them, they can slide, but that one tracked well. So Kelly, you know, he loves his fins. He loves his different setups. And I believe the quad he's riding, it's not those little...
And during the break, quick look back at Kanoa Igarashi. That's how you answer back. It only takes one wave to get yourself firmly back into the contest. And Kanoa right there, answering the call after getting smashed on the inside. Looks like he's back to 100%.
Yeah, it's a decent wave, but I think Kanoa, he knows where that wave is.
Hopefully get some good waves and be in the final.
All the best in the semis, Miggy.
Seth Moniz, backdoor, brilliant drop, gets under the hood, and he...
Everybody out there should give Seth a round of, look at that, just waiting patiently for his fins to engage, hands behind the back, knick-knack, paddywhack, let's go, baby. It's the Hawaiian heat right now.
It sure is all Hawaii heat. Another look at Seth Moniz with a brilliant effort at backdoor. Again, appreciate this and break this down in slow motion.
I mean, look at the board, just disengaging. He's under the lip the whole time. That's what you call taking off under it. Seth Moniz was barreled from start to finish, hands up. I mean, what else can you say about that wave? That was a perfectly ridden, critical wave. The greatest to ever do it, John Florence. Here you go, I've been riding Kaipo.
Here he is, way deep in the back door, and John Florence answers right back to Seth Moniz.
Blow, and here we go, John. Under the lip. I mean, look how deep he gets on this wave. Little smaller wave than Seth's, but nonetheless, super deep, super technical. John, being John.
This is classic John, and when you think that he would be a bit intimidated with that excellent score from Seth Moniz, he just fires right back. And he does what he's done so many times here. John Florence, 51 starts here at Pipe in competition. 38 of those 51 times he's won.
Yes, like I said, John's the best guy out here right now, and he just shows it right here. Kaipo so late, behind the peak. He's backdooring Pipeline. That's going to be another great score in his scoreline.
I love the water angle provided to us, Makua. What happens in the barrel?
John just really comfortable in there. You see how he's dragging himself on the wall of that wave? He's not trying to hurry up at all. He knows where he's at. He knows his position in his prime. I mean, right there, getting his weight over that front foot, going for the first pump, and then the rest is history. He's just dragging. He's having fun. He's doing what John does.
John. So good they named him twice. 0-7. Here we go. Seth Moniz, Pipeline barrel, spit, and he comes out.
Well, Kaipo, that could definitely be your 7.07 right there.
For Moniz, boys. Seth Moniz, the baby brother, stepping up big time here at Pipe, however. Big spit, big performance, and a beautiful water shot here.
I mean, look at that. Look at that positioning. Over the foam ball, foot comes off in the barrel, and he gets blown out of that one, Kaipo. That is going to be an amazing score. I mean, look how far down that wave he took off of. He was almost body surfing into this barrel. He was bottom turning in the barrel, and that wave just unloads. You can see
scores, including 5 perfect 10s. Those are some Kelly Slater numbers, and we're going to start off with...
He's going to see who's standing up first. Let's take a look. Kelly gets the edge there. He stands up first, and he definitely makes a clear path for the right.
Yep.
So just my first intuition, I don't know what you think, Rosie, is Kelly might be on the better side of this interference.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they'd bumped rails going straight down the face, it would have been that double. But yeah, just thinking about like Kelly had that clear intention. He was on his feet first, like you mentioned, and his rail was set on the right already.
Yeah, I mean, in the slow motion right now, of course, we have to wait for the official call on this. But it does appear that the interference should go.
Second scoring wave completely. So he's still in with a chance because he's only lost half a score, and sometimes you see guys get through on the
Barrel is how long you come out after the spit, and Kelly came out hours after the spit, it felt like. Look at that thing, he just came out way after. So Rosie, what does that mean? I mean, he must have been way behind the foam ball.
Way behind the foam ball. It just shows that he just was in complete control. Like you said, Ross, there's the spit and there comes Kelly. So disappears from view, travels for a long time through that section.
I love this in slow-mo. Break it down for us, Ross.
You know, you got to give some credit to Kelly's equipment too. He's got a quad. There's not many guys in this entire event that rode 4 fins, and that really allows you to skim. It also could be a little bit of defense, because if Kelly's 10 feet over, you don't want to just give the king a 10-point ride.
Well, we could see that right now. Kelly Slater driving super deep behind another chandelier. He comes out.
Wow.
Leave it to the GOAT. The shoulder of that wave. Incredible.
Follow the light, just thrusting through this one. So many chandeliers coming at him, and such a different tail from the last few waves that we've seen him on, Ross.
Well, it was the first wave that, you know, it was kind of the coast was clear. It was like, just don't make a mistake and you're coming through it. He was deep, so it was definitely a committed effort, and he went through 2 sections, so it wasn't, you know, a very simple ride, but Kelly definitely knew he was making out of that thing. And it stayed open. That's the biggest thing. You know, we've had a lot of these waves fill up with chandeliers and foam balls and all this messy stuff, and that one just stayed open just enough for that 4-fin board to just zip right through. So Kelly, the first blow in this heat, the first real punch landed.
You know, if there was a reasonable doubt on this wave, and I think the judges will identify that, just like every fan out there watching. Halfway through that wave, it was kind of a little sigh. Oh man. Invigorated and fully focused Kelly Slater. And he's at it again. Late drop, straight into the pit. He's coming out.
Wow.
That could be a 10.
I'm
That had all the excitement, all the drama.
Kelly's wave, wow, huge drop under the hood.
Radical commitment. I mean, he could have just straightened out, and he refused to. He bottom turned and got underneath that lip.
But really splitting hairs on which wave was better, I feel like.
Pay attention to the lip line in his head. Right there, he is forcing the issue, just getting underneath that. I mean, he got a haircut if he had any hair. And also was rewarded with a decently, you know, long barrel there. He's genuinely happy right there.
Yeah.
The emotions right now, I mean, it's palpable. You can
Barrel
feel
on top of it.
And right behind him, Seth Moniz, hanging on by his toes. A massive backdoor wave
Yes,
comes
Seth.
out. Now that is a
Wow.
Oh my!
Huge wave, just as gnarly of a drop as Kelly's. Pulled up late into it, and that's the commitment we talk about Seth always have. He's such a scrapper. Big wave. Shorter barrel than Kelly's, but massive.
And so committed. I mean, just engaging that board as it kind of free fell.
You're going to see a lot of emotion out of Kelly right now.
And just like that, the greatest of all time is back on top. Kelly Slater, a huge victory.
It's got to be up there. He's surprised, you know what I mean? He's genuinely surprised. And
He's being cheered up by Seth at the moment
Seth,
too. That's huge. Like, yeah.
He is
Just-
it's his good buddy right there, Keone Watson.
Not just for Kelly Slater, for 40-somethings all over the world.